For over a decade, the beaches of Long Island carried a chilling secret. A secret buried under the sand, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered. Along the desolate stretch of Gilgo Beach, the remains of multiple women were discovered, each with their own story, each ending in the same terrifying way. Behind these deaths was a predator who remained nameless for years, a ghost haunting one of America's most haunting mysteries. This is the story of the Long Island serial killer, and the shocking arrest of the man believed to be behind it all. Welcome to the dark Enigma. It all started on May 1st, 2010. 24-year-old Shannon Gilbert, an escort who used Craigslist to find clients, disappeared after a frantic 911 call.
State police.
Yeah, there's somebody after me.
She had been at a client's house in Oak Beach when she suddenly ran into the night, terrified, screaming that someone was trying to kill her.
People are plotting to kill me.
Where are you, Shannon?
Despite the desperate tone of her call, police initially dismissed her disappearance as a tragic accident. But while searching for Shannon months later, investigators made a gruesome discovery.
The officer located a body.
On December 11, 2010, police found human remains buried in the brush near Gilgo Beach. The very next day, 3 more sets of remains were uncovered in the same area. The bodies belonged to women later identified as Melissa Barthelemy, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn Costello. All of them were young women in their 20s, all of them sex workers, and all had disappeared between 2007 and 2010. This was no accident. Police realized they had stumbled upon the work of a serial killer. The victims shared eerie similarities. Each woman was petite, each had worked as an escort, and all had vanished after arranging meetings with clients. Their remains were found wrapped in burlap sacks, a detail that became one of the killer's chilling trademarks. Melissa Barthelemy, just 24 years old, had disappeared in 2009. Her family later revealed that after she vanished, they received taunting phone calls from a man who ridiculed and insulted them, suggesting he was the killer. Maureen Brainerd Barnes, a 25-year-old mother, had gone missing in 2007 after telling friends she was going to meet a client. Megan Waterman, only 22, disappeared in 2010 after posting an ad online. And Amber Lynn Costello, 27, vanished that same year. Witnesses later told police they saw a man in a Chevy Avalanche pick her up the night she disappeared. Together, these women became known as the Gilgo Four. But as investigators continued searching, the discoveries didn't stop. In the months that followed, more remains were uncovered along Ocean Parkway, stretching beyond Gilgo Beach. Some victims were identified, while others remain unknown to this day. The total count of victims linked to the Long Island serial killer ranges between 10 and 16, depending on which remains are included. The case soon grew cold. Despite intense media coverage, numerous suspects, and endless theories, the killer remained a mystery for more than a decade. Residents lived with the haunting knowledge that a predator could still be walking among them. For years, the Long Island serial killer was a shadow. But in July 2023, a breakthrough stunned the nation. Police announced the arrest of Rex Hoyerman, a 59-year-old architect living in Massapequa Park, just miles away from where the victims were found. Hoyerman lived what seemed like a quiet, suburban life. He was married, had children, and worked in Manhattan.
Rex Heuermann. I'm an architect. I'm an architectural consultant. I'm a troubleshooter. Born and raised on Long Island.
To his neighbors, he was just another ordinary man. But investigators painted a much darker picture. They revealed that Heuermann matched a witness description from 2010. The man seen driving a Chevy Avalanche, the same model linked to Amber Costello's disappearance. A vehicle that Heuermann owned at the time. Phone records tied burner phones used to contact the victims directly to Heuermann's personal cell phone and home. Even more chilling, DNA evidence from hair found on the victims matched Heuermann's wife, suggesting she had unknowingly shed the hair while living with him, and it had transferred to the victims. When police raided Heuermann's home, they discovered a disturbing collection of over 200 firearms, as well as extensive online searches about torture, child exploitation, and serial killers. The mask of an ordinary suburban man was shattered. As of now, Rex Heuermann has been charged with the murders of 3 of the Gilgo 4, Melissa Barthelemy, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn Costello. He remains the prime suspect in the murder of Maureen Brainerd Barnes, as well as several other victims. His trial is expected to reveal even more disturbing details about the double life he led for years. Prosecutors describe him as meticulous, organized, and patient, a man who hid his darkest desires behind the facade of a family man and successful architect. For the families of the victims, the arrest brings hope, but also grief. For more than a decade, they lived without answers. Now, they may finally see justice served. But even with Heuermann's arrest, questions remain. Were all the victims along Ocean Parkway his, or are some the work of another killer? Did Heuermann act alone, or could there be an accomplice? And the most haunting question of all, if police had taken Shannan Gilbert's disappearance more seriously in 2010, could some of these murders have been prevented? Shannan's body was eventually found in 2011, not far from the others. But her cause of death remains controversial. Some investigators believe she too was murdered, while others insist she drowned accidentally.
Right now, we believe it's a tragic accident.
To this day, her case continues to cast a shadow of uncertainty over the investigation. The story of the Long Island serial killer is one of horror hiding in suburbia, of young women whose lives were cut short, and of a predator who walked among us for years without suspicion. Rex Heuermann's arrest may finally bring answers, but the scars left behind will never fully heal. This case serves as a chilling reminder. Sometimes, the most ordinary-looking people hide the darkest of secrets. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the shadows. If you found this video compelling, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to The Dark Enigma for more stories of mystery, crime, and the unexplained. Stay safe, stay curious, and remember, the darkest secrets are often closer than you think.